Ramdre says, I don't see it happening. But what would you guys say if we took Neal at 5, Ekwonu at
Oh,
7? Listen.
I saw CBS do this, and I was like, don't. That's overkill, dude. That's too much. I don't like it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it, Kush. I hate
A
it, Kush.
word. A
I hate it.
word.
Let me give you my explanation, okay? Let me give you
Okay.
my explanation. Remember how we just talked about BPA and overfilling a position just because it's BPA? Remember how I just talked about with the receivers example? The same thing with this position, but worse, okay?
But this is not one position.
I am not taking 2 tackles and then putting one at guard when that's not their natural position. I don't care if they played guard before. I would rather wait and go take a guard in the second round.
Respectfully, it's different from your wide receiver thing. But it's different from your wide receiver thing because you got 2 positions. It's not one position.
But it's a top 10 pick, Kush. You can't tell me you're going to draft Evan Neal in the top 10 and move him to guard forever. You can't tell.
Listen, Giants fans wanted to draft Tyler Linderbaum in the top 10. What are we talking about?
But he's an actual interior lineman, Kush.
And if one of these guys move to the interior, they're gonna be one of the best interior linemen out of the class.
Don't do that. And even they said Evan Neal. I listened to the Move the Sticks podcast. They talked about
Evan Neal said he could play every position except center.
He said he can play every position, but he prefers tackle. They have a preference, okay?
No, they have a preference. But he's still gonna be a monster on the inside.
But their preference is based on you're telling me you're gonna take a tackle.
And money.
Listen to me. You're telling me you're gonna take a tackle in the top 10 and move him to guard, Kush? That's like drafting a guard. That's like just drafting a guard.
Listen, bro.
That's like drafting a guard in the top 10.
What's wrong with drafting? What's wrong with drafting? Hold on. What's wrong with drafting one of the best guards in the class in the top 10, bro?
Would you draft Linderbaum at 7 right now?
That's not the question. He plays center.
He's a good.
He plays center. He plays center. He's not playing guard.
Would you draft Kenyon Green 7th overall?
I would consider it, yes, because we were just talking about how he should not be in the second round, right? All right, let me ask you this. Would you draft Tyron Smith at guard mixed with Quentin Nelson at 7th overall? Because that's what you get in Evan Neal, bro.
Tyron Smith's not a guard.
Mixed with Quentin Nelson.
Quentin Nelson was already a guard. He wasn't a tackle.
All I'm saying is I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it. You might as well wait
for Kenyon Green or wait for a Zion or wait for any other guard to pop up and Ed Ingram. It doesn't. Come on, man. Two top 10 picks and you're gonna put 2 offensive linemen, 2 tackles.
We'll never have problems at the offensive line ever again.
You might as well trade down, Kush.
I don't disagree.
Okay. You might as well.
I don't disagree.
How about this? How about you trade down and draft Penning to be a guard?
If I'm trading down to where Penning is going to be, I'm going to just take Kenyon Green.
Thank you. There's not even a point to take 2 tackles and move one to guard.
No. You're arguing, I'm not disagreeing with. I'm just saying I wouldn't mind if we take both of them. That's all I'm saying.
With Andrew Thomas there, man.
Andrew Thomas is staying on left guard. Keep his name out your mouth.
Left tackle. He's staying at left tackle. You're going to put, Evan? You're going to put Evan Neal at right tackle and put Ekwonu at guard? Gosh, come on, man. Please.
No. I'm going to put Ekwonu at right tackle and I'm going to put Neal at left guard,
You
bro.
would not put Neal at guard and put Ekwonu.
Bro,
is more of
can
a
you
guard
imagine Andrew Thomas at left tackle and Evan Neal at left guard? Oh, man.
But Evan Neal is more of a tackle than Ikem is. Ikem is more of a guard. Ikem is the bigger guy.
Here you go. I'm about to solve all your problems right now, right? You take Evan Neal at 5 to be your right tackle of the future. You take Ikem Ekwonu at 7 to be the left guard. Oh my God.
I think that's nonsense. I think just
your offensive line will automatically be one of the better ones in the league.
That's a move a team would make if they don't have a lot of needs elsewhere, Kush. There's no way with all the needs that we have, I'm going to take 2 tackles and move one to guard in the top 10. Like if we have, check this out. If we already had like the 2019 draft, right? If we had a first round pick in the top 10 and then a first round pick in the top 20, I wouldn't be opposed to taking 2 tackles and moving that last tackle to guard, right? Like a Penning situation. If we had the number 5 pick and then the number 18 pick, and then we go Penning at like 18, right? And then I move him to guard, I don't have a problem with that. But I feel
like you're misunderstanding me. Because what you're the counter argument you're giving me, right?
The value
yeah,
of
but
that
the counter argument you're giving me, I agree with. I would prefer to trade down. I would prefer to spend that pick on a defensive player. But if we take two of the best offensive linemen in the class with 5 and 7, I'm not angry.
But here's
in the words of Diggy 456, what's wrong with 3 All-Pro linemen?
You don't know Ekwonu or Neal is going to be All-Pro at guard. They are best at tackle.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
You don't know that. That's the only problem. If I knew, check this out. If I knew Neal or Ekwonu was going to be great at guard, right? And they had they don't have much playing. They have playing time at guard, both of them. I get that. But if they had a lot of playing time at guard and they said, listen, I could play guard.
Where I disagree is because we could use the same statement for every player. We don't know what any player is going to be, right?
Yeah, but they're playing their natural position,
of them
so
being the probability of them playing outside their natural position and them succeeding to the as much as they would succeed.
But
listen,
that's my only problem.
I don't necessarily disagree with you. I'm just saying to the question, I wouldn't be mad if it happened. I wouldn't be mad if it happened.
I'm already not very comfortable with drafting a guard in the top 10 to begin with. You know, like Quentin, the whole Quentin Nelson thing. Quentin Nelson was like the only guard I've ever fell in love with that I said I would take him in the top 10. Now I wouldn't have taken him number 2 overall. I don't care what anybody tells me. Nobody would have taken Evan Neal at number 2. I mean, Quentin Nelson at number 2. I don't care who you are. If you tell me that, you're basing off of hindsight because nobody in 2018 said Nelson at 2. I don't care who you are. I'm already
there's some people out there.
I've never seen it. Never, not one. But I'm not opposed. I mean, I am opposed to taking guards in the top 10.
Freudian slip.
What?
Freudian slip.
Freudian slip?
You just had a Freudian slip.
Okay, whatever.
You said I'm not opposed. So
yeah, whatever. I am opposed to taking a guard in the top 10. What really boggles my mind is then taking a tackle in the top 10, then moving him to guard. That's the problem, man. I already don't like taking a guard. A guard in his natural position. I don't like taking the top 10. You're telling me I have to be okay with taking a tackle in the top 10 and moving him to guard? I can't do it.
Giovanni, listen, bro. Listen. This is not an argument to be had right now, because I don't disagree with your point of view for the last time. I'm just saying, no. I'm just saying I wouldn't be mad if we took 2 of them. I recognize what you are saying, and I would prefer to do what you're saying. But if real life, April, whatever comes, and the Giants take 2 tackles and one of them will inevitably have to move to guard, I'm gonna be like, I think the one that's moving to guard is gonna be great.
Okay. Here's the thing. I would strongly advise against it. Strongly. Just because of, first of all, I just think when you look at team building and as far as what our team looks like right now on paper, it looks like garbage at like almost all positions. So we need to upgrade at almost every position of need that we have is
because here's the thing. And I've been pushing this agenda for a while. I'm gonna push it right now. I've been pushing this agenda for a while. I'm gonna push it right now on the Young Guns podcast. All right. Take a defensive tackle either in the 3rd round or the 4th round. You need a defensive tackle.
Like that.
I would love if Travis Jones, who is another guy just like Chad Muma, who was supposed to be there in the 3rd round, is risen all the way up. I'm seeing him going in the 2nd round now.
He might go 2nd. I'm looking at his film and I like him. He might go 2nd.
I love Travis Jones out of Connecticut, man, but
his stock is rising. Yeah,
his stock is rising really quickly. If he stayed in the 3rd, that's a perfect match right
there
for
the Giants
to get a defensive tackle.
You came into a very
vibes,
very energetic.
I don't know
vibe.
if he came in after that little spiel just ended, but